Hello and welcome to another video. So today I am doing another reading vlog, and what am I reading? You might be asking yourself. Well, I'm reading a book that was recently published, and that is Instant Karma, Marissa Meyer's new and latest book. Yes, I am very excited. I've never read a contemporary from her, only the Lunar Chronicles and the Renegade series, which were sci-fi, both of them. So I'm very excited to see how her writing style translates into a contemporary. So without further ado, let's get into this book. Okay, first of all, a spoiler-free review of this book. I think if you are a fan of Marissa Meyer's writing style, you will definitely enjoy this book. If you are a fan of haters to lovers and YA contemporary, you will definitely like this book. And if you're interested in marine biology or marketing and business, then you might have an interest in this book, weirdly enough. But I would give this book, I think, either an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. I think I'm settling on an 8.5 just because I didn't like one of the characters at the beginning. It's like a very nice pick-me-up if you've been reading like a lot of depressing books lately, or just like 2020 in general is depressing. But anyway, I would definitely recommend anyone pick this one up and give it a chance. I really enjoyed the romance in it. It took me like 70 pages to get into it just because I didn't really enjoy the main character that much, but there's a lot of character development and growth in this novel, so if you enjoy that. My only real complaint is that I wish it went deeper into some topics that it really didn't like investigate that much. I wish we'd spend more time, but it didn't, so that's my only complaint. Also, the spine of this book looks perfect in a rainbow bookshelf, So I already read the first chapter and I'm already confused because I haven't read a lot about this book because I like to go into books without knowing a lot about them, but I thought that it was about two seniors in high school, so like just about to graduate, and I think they're sophomores, so apparently I know nothing about this book because the only thing I thought I knew wasn't true. This isn't in any way book related, but please tell me I'm not the only person on the internet with like the Ratatouille musical like lyrics in my head 24/7 because I cannot get those lyrics out of there. Why do girls, especially like the protagonist in every single contemporary book or just story in general, why are they always so short? I know 5'5" isn't that short, it's like average, but I cannot remember for the life of me a single female protagonist that was like tall. And I am not talking about like a tall girl protagonist because we don't want any of that, okay? We don't need to repeat whatever this was. I just honestly want to see a girl that's like 5'8" or over and just like have that be normal, because what I hate most is that it's always like a very short girl with the tallest guy in school, and I am over that. I am so over that. It is literally 6 p.m. right now in the book, and they're like, oh, good night. What? In the United States, when it's like 6, is it already night for you guys? Because that's like early afternoon over here. I am on page 70 and we just got our first Karen in the book, and she got what she deserved, so it's looking up. One of the jerks in this book is called Jackson Stult, but I I keep reading it wrong because I read over the name too fast, and I keep reading Jackson Slut. So that's how this is going. Okay, so what are my thoughts on this book so far? So I'm basically 120 pages in, and I just gotta say that I'm so happy this karma thing works against her sometimes too, because like the power was getting to her head and she was being kind of annoying and very selfish. She made someone's leg break, so I'm super happy that it works against her. I want her to discover that she can make it like good karma, not just bad karma. So I'm hoping that she uses that for good and not only for herself. But here's where it gets tricky.
So maybe I've been watching The Good Place too much, but I don't think that's possible. So, okay, bear with me. When you do something good, if she does something good in order to use the good karma in her favor, would it work? Because if she only does something good in order to get a reward, is it still a good action? You know, like, do the motives count? Does it have to be like pure of heart in order to get good karma? Or if she's like looking to get good karma out of it, does she still get good karma? I don't know if I'm explaining myself, but I'm like,
this is really interesting. I don't think this is something that's going to be discussed in the book because it doesn't seem like the kind of book that would explore things like that deeply. So I might just rewatch The Good Place after reading this because it has like a strange connection to it that I was not expecting. So literally about a second after I did that last update, they actually talked about what I was talking about. And Prudence says, actions make a person good, not motives. And her friend says, I'm not sure I agree with that. Okay, so I'm on page 178, and I just gotta say, Prudence is starting to grow on me. Isn't he such a cutie? Okay, back to the book. I'm starting to like her because she's starting to like Quint more, and she's starting to be more reasonable. She's still not like 100% likable, but she's so much better. And I said at the beginning that I didn't know they were gonna be this young. They're like, I'm guessing 16 if they're in sophomore year, but apparently I haven't read characters this young in like a long time because it was kind of like a shock. I guess I've been reading a lot of adult and also like young adult books, but with like a little bit older characters, more university or at least seniors. So it was kind of surprising, but I kind of like it. The way it's written and the way she thinks, you can actually feel like she's a real teenager. So I actually really like it. The point of view is very immersive, so I'm liking it so far. He just wants me to shut up so he can go to sleep. Okay, so I'm on like page 250, which means I only have about 150 pages to go. So I'm basically 2/3 of the way through, and I think I know what the catalyst to like the big misunderstanding or conflict or whatever in the third act is going to be. Basically, I think it's going to be Maya's earring. I don't know how Prudence is gonna fix it because right now it seems like a very, very sticky situation. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, but at the same time I'm very hesitant because I like how things are going right now. I like her relationship with Quint and with her friends, so I really don't want her to do anything stupid that messes up like the organization or their friendship or whatever. So I'm really very cautious right now. I'm hoping nothing too bad happens. Also, before I thought that Ari and Jude might end up together because in rom-coms and YA, the best friend and the brother always seem to end up together, but I'm happy that this is not the case in this book. At least for now, I'm pretty sure it's not going to change because it looks like Ari likes easy. So there we go. Also, I'm really digging Quint's and Prudence's chemistry right now. I really like it. I'm happy that Prudence isn't too like proud or stubborn to like admit her feelings for him, and I'm just like dying to know like how long has Quint liked this girl, because I'm pretty sure he's like liked her way before they actually were on friendly terms. So I'm like dying to know his side of the story. I wish I could read this book from his point of view. But I think right now, with 150 pages to go, I'll either finish it today, probably not, most likely tomorrow, but for now, I think, you know, this book really picked up for me like after page 100, and I'm really enjoying the writing style. I'm enjoying the character growth because she needed some, but I'm like really liking where Prudence is going. She's not as annoying with her gift anymore. She's seen the consequences, so she's being more careful with it. She's not being so much like a selfish jerk, so I'm really liking that. We'll see, but for now I'm like leaning towards an 8 out of 10 or maybe an 8.5, but we'll see how it ends. We'll see. Also, can they just kiss already?
This is probably not what people mean when they say they read in the tub.
So I was right, something bad is definitely about to happen, and it's going to be so awkward because I'm sure Quint is just like going to walk in the room as soon as she's doing it, so I don't want to read this, so I'm putting this down for right now because I'm not strong enough to go through that right now. Okay, so here is my biggest complaint so far about the book. It's not like something that bothers me too much, but it bothers me a little, so here we go.
This book deals a lot with karma, so a lot of like ethics and morality, and I wish the author would just go deeper and actually like talk about it, because I feel like she brushes over it a lot of the time. She's like, oh yeah, so this is something we could talk about, but then she doesn't. I'm like, why? So in this scene specifically, Prudence is wondering that if she steals the money to buy back the earring and give it to Maya, would it be a good thing? Because her motives would be like good, well-intended, but the action in and of itself would be a bad action because she would be stealing from the shelter. So I'm wondering, like, why don't you like tell me more about this? Like, dig deeper. Because I wonder if she actually used her karmic powers on herself, would she get bad karma or would she get good karma? Like, please, I want answers, because her motives were good, but her actions were bad, which is like the opposite situation, I think, of something I said earlier in the video. It's like, if you do something good, but just because you want the reward, so bad motives, but a good action, is it still good? And do you get good karma? So I'm getting all of these like philosophical questions, and I like getting those because I like thinking about things like this, but I'm not getting any answers. So I'm hoping in the almost basically 100 pages I have left, if I'm gonna get any answers, because I want answers.
Also, Quint kind of caught her trying to steal the money. The money wasn't there, obviously, but I'm wondering if
later someone's gonna be like, oh, the money's missing, and Quint's gonna like realize that he saw her with the money and be like, oh my god, she stole it.
And we're 100 pages out, so you know what that means. Shit is about to go down.
I don't know why I'm so red, but with all this talk of like binders and stuff, I can't help but be reminded that Prudence kind of like gives Amy Santiago vibes or Leslie Knope vibes, which is making me like her more. She's really good.
Okay, so it's almost 10 and I have like less than 70 pages left, so you know what that means. I am going to finish this book tonight. I just put on a face mask, so I have to stay awake, so wish me luck. Also, another update, Quint and Prudence are so freaking cute together. I was not expecting this at the beginning because Prudence was kind of annoying, but she's grown on me so much. I know she's gonna do something and something bad's gonna happen soon, but you know, that's how all stories go. Something bad has to happen at the beginning of the third act. There has to be conflict and then they have to overcome it. I'm not looking forward to that, but whenever they're together, I'm just like, oh, they're the cutest, and they're very like age appropriate. I don't know if it's because I'm used to reading fantasy or sci-fi and the characters don't act their age. They act like actual adults. Maybe I'm thinking of Six of Crows where they're like 16 but act like they're in like their mid-20s. So I'm really happy that they're very age appropriate because it's so nostalgic and it's so cute to read. I can't move my face. Okay, so I just got to page 324 and they just kissed for the first time. Smiling hurts. But I am so happy. It was literally the cutest shit imaginable. And also, so Prudence is obviously a Slytherin. You can tell like a mile away. And this boy, Quint, is totally a Hufflepuff. And I love Hufflepuff and Slytherin combinations. They're just the cutest together. Oh my god, I ship them so hard. Update. So there are more pages than I thought. I have exactly 35 pages left and it's almost 11 and I need to wake up at 7:30 tomorrow. And this mask is starting to crack, so I'm gonna take it off and just finish this book. So they had like the cutest date imaginable and the cutest first kiss and the cutest first night together. And then everything went to shit. I knew it was gonna happen, but it didn't make it any easier. So there's only 33 pages left, and I'm really hoping things get fixed quickly because I'm suffering over here, and not just because of my face mask.
Jesus, I look horrible.
Okay, last update of the day. It is almost midnight, and I literally haven't stayed up this late since so long. I'm such an old person. But yeah, that ending was just chef's kiss. I'll update you guys more in the morning because right now I feel like dying. I only have 7 hours to sleep and then I have to go to the gym. I'm gonna hate myself in the morning, but damn, reading that in a sprint was so worth it. Every time I blink now, my eyes don't want to open back up, so I'm pretty sure that's a sign that I should go to sleep. So I'll tell you guys all about my in-depth thoughts tomorrow. Bye. So I went to sleep. I actually got about like 6 hours of sleep and then I went to the gym and almost died. So now I finally washed my hair and I am ready to talk about this book. Woof. Okay, so what are my final thoughts on Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer? Okay, let's divide this into positive and negative. I'll start with the negative. I really enjoyed the karma aspect of this book, which is very important since it's titled Instant Karma, but I really wished she like dove deeper into it because I was really interested in the philosophy of what makes someone good, their actions or their motivations, and I really wanted her to give us an answer. And by the end of the book, she really there was no clear message about what the right thing was. It was mostly a lighthearted novel that just happened to talk about karma. So if you go into this book expecting it to be like philosophical and give you like the answers to the universe, it doesn't do that. So I was kind of disappointed because I was really looking forward to seeing what she had to say. But yeah, that's basically my number one complaint. My second complaint is that I didn't like Prudence until she started liking Quint.
Because she was very annoying. She had like this holier than thou attitude that I didn't really like. Her personality was fine. It was just her attitude towards Quint and other people, believing that she was better because she was putting in the work without like even questioning what other people's motives or reasoning was, and that really bothered me. It really bothered me at first that she didn't even give like Quint a chance to explain himself. And she just assumed all the time that he was like lazing off, and for some reason she just assumed he was playing video games or surfing all the time, and that really bothered me.
But I really liked her character growth and her character arc, and I liked her character by the end of the book. And my third and final complaint is this. Why would you do this horizontally? It looks so bad. And that is my final complaint. So my final positive thoughts are that, yeah, I really enjoyed the romance. I think Quint is such a great character. I loved him so much and I would love to see more from him. I like the side characters, although they weren't that developed, but I'm really glad Maya wasn't made out to be a villain in the end because I really wasn't enjoying that narrative. The plot twist at the end with Shauna I thought was so good. Those last like 50 pages had me on the edge of my seat and I loved them. I was dying to sleep, but they were so interesting and so enjoyable that I just couldn't. So just a great ending overall. If the book was just like the last 150 pages, it would get a 10 out of 10. Definitely like a great book for me. But it does have those initial 100 pages that are slower and that have annoying Prudence in them, so that's why I have to bring it down to like 4 out of 5 stars, so it's still great. Okay, my last comment. While I was reading this book, I was getting like a very clear image of what this book would look like if it was adapted into a TV show. I know a lot of people like their favorite books to be adapted into movies, but I think this book would translate so well into a TV show, like 8 to 10 episodes. It would just be like the best mini series of all time, and it would give us maybe more time to develop Quint and it would give us more time with Quint and Prudence, and I would really, really enjoy more of them because them together, like Prudence as a person is like, okay, I'll give you a 6 out of 10, but Prudence and Quint as a couple, like 9 out of 10. I love them so much, I ship them so hard, so I would really, really love to see them on the silver screen. So yeah, those were my thoughts on Instant Karma by Marissa Meyer. I read this and I really, really enjoyed this. The beginning is a little slow and they do talk a lot about marine biology and business, so if you don't really like that, then I wouldn't really recommend picking it up. But if you can look past that and you really enjoy like a really cute teen romance, then I definitely recommend this. I had so much freaking fun and I'm really hoping that this gets turned into a TV show because I want to see these characters. I want to see more of these. I want to see more of Quint. My final comment is that I love Quint and I am simping so hard for him right now. So if you like this video, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, and do whatever you want. I post videos every Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, so if you want more from me, just click on my channel down below. I have a lot of videos like this one. So yeah, that's all for me and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!